Hello. Mostly I got Magic players over on here because I make a lot of Magic content. But today, I really want to talk about Gundam, and I think we need to talk about Gundam. You're going to be seeing the pack opening in the background. This is the newest set, the official first set of the Gundam TCG. Just enjoy that. Really cool. We get some nice pulls. I was very happy with it. But I want to talk about how good this card game is. No, I'm not swapping over from Magic or whatever. I'm still playing Magic. If you watch my channel for Magic content, still gonna be here. But for all you Gundam players peeking in, seeing my video for the first time, I gotta tell y'all, y'all got a good game. Y'all got a really good game. And let me tell you why. So I work at a card shop. Pretty cool, pretty fun, nice little job. Now, for the official launch of the game, so there were 3 launches. There was the starter deck launch, and then there was the official set launch, and then there was this past weekend. The starter deck launch was huge. We were full, max capacity of people. I think we have a smaller shop. It was like 52 people I think showed up just for Gundam, like only for Gundam. And then we had our usual for like Magic, Digimon, and then Union Arena that night. So that was cool. 52 people. Everyone was super nice, super happy. The starter decks were really fun, cool, interactive. Everyone had a good time. Skip a weekend to the official launch. I think we had like 64 people, somewhere around there, just for Gundam. Just for Gundam. That number is insane. That is wild for our shop. And then on top of that, we had the rest of our normal customers. So that was cool. That was so incredibly cool. Everyone that night was super kind, super nice, very excited about the game, very positive, very encouraging. I don't know how to explain it. The energy was great. Everyone was great. And also that night, I went ahead and picked up my starter decks, and because I wanted to try the game out at that point. I was like, okay, y'all are convincing me. Y'all are convincing me. So I did. And then that weekend, I went home and I tried the game out with my sibling. We had fun. My brother, he's super into card games just like me. And we tried it out for a little bit. The game is so good. The game is so good. We were just using starter decks, and it felt very much like a chess match. The games weren't very rushed. I'm sure if you're really good at the game, you could speed it up by a ton, whatever. But we were beginners, and it was fun. The games lasted us like maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. Sometimes maybe a little bit more if we were really thinking about what we were doing. But very cool, methodical gameplay. Like, I compare it to chess because you're really thinking 5 moves down the line. It's an interesting dynamic of choosing to attack your opponent's base or attack their creatures or, suits and units or whatever. I like it. It was very cool, very unique system. Also, you have the card flip, so like when your base is attacked or whatever, you get to flip a card if it has an effect. The cards are your life points. This isn't going to be a video explaining how the game is played. I'm just saying I like that mechanic of being able to flip something and maybe it helps you out where you are in like a losing position and now you flipped a card and you're back in the game or whatever. Very cool mechanics. Loved it. Great. Fantastic. I do want to get more into it. I think I'm just going to collect the starter decks, like the structure decks whenever they come out with them. I don't have time to like fully invest into a real life card game, but I love playing them and keeping up with the games. So very fun. Community was great at that point. Insanity. Very, very good time. Then let's cut to this past weekend. It was Gen Con. Gen Con is always massive, right? We had, I don't even know how many people for Gundam, if I'm being honest. I think it was the max capacity, like probably close to 68 or whatever, just for Gundam. Insanity. Everyone there was so happy, so excited, so encouraging. we were doing like a free box tournament. So basically, just it was free to enter. You played, and then you get some packs just for playing in general. And then the winners get whatever, and then some people got to buy some packs. It was great. It was fantastic. We were giving out the free deck boxes that Bandai provided. And what was really cool was Bandai was there. We had representatives from Bandai at the shop. They were so nice. They were so nice. They were actually interested in the game. You know what I mean? They were asking us, you know, how many players do you have usually? In terms of like Bandai games, what games do they play? Have they played in the past? Or they were interested in the community and interested in the players and what is bringing them to Gundam. Because Gundam at this point has had a massive launch for a new card game. Huge. And I'm not a Gundam fan. Like a Gundam anime or whatever it is. I don't know the original, like where Gundam comes from. But my brothers always loved Gundam growing up. I was never into it. But the card game is good. It's good. And it's fun. That's the best thing I can say. And these people from Bandai, there were 3 of them. They were so cool. They were so nice. Actually interested in the game. Actually interested in what we had to say. It was cool. Because I've never seen that with anyone else. I've never seen that with Wizards of the Coast. I've never seen that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Pokemon Company. I just never seen that in general. So it was nice, and I get it. It was Gen Con, so maybe they were in town anyway, but whatever. It was cool. And all those people that were in for Gen Con I was asking all of them as I was, you know, helping them out. I was like, hey, so what's got you into the game? Like, do you play other games? And a ton of them, this is their first Bandai game ever. And then some of them, it's their first TCG that they've ever played, which was really wild to think about. What else was there? Bandai games in general. That night, we had over 120 people show up for playing our tournaments that night. Because we had Magic, we had Gundam, Union Arena, what else did we have? Digimon, One Piece. It was crazy. It was insanity. It was great. It was fun. And I just wanted to say to any Gundam fans out there, I will make some content here and there about the Gundam TCG. Not consistently, you know, but anytime I see a new set or I want to talk about it some more, I'm going to. And I want you to know that I do like it. If they ever come up with an online client, I will be playing it. Oh my gosh. Super cool. Super cool. Bandai, you knocked it out of the park with this one. Don't know how you did it, but this is the biggest card game launch I have seen in a while. One Piece was huge, very massive, and it's still doing really well. But man, Gundam is massive. It's like on a different scale from what I was anticipating. Yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. It helps me out. Leave a like. Do all that fun stuff. Comment. If you want to hear more about different card games on the channel, let me know. I would love to talk about more stuff. I love Magic. Magic will never leave. I'm so serious. I'm hooked on it, but I have these little stories about these other games, and I love talking about it. So, catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.